Hello, guys. You're welcome to our channel today. This is Family Aspect, and I have it's gonna be an exciting moment. How you guys doing? Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas in advance to every one of you, and Happy New Year. I believe you're having fun and you've been preparing so well, spending time with your family, especially for those of you who are on lockdown. Um, yeah, this is a special moment where we have to, show some love, spend quality time with our loved ones, and especially our immediate family. Get to know them, get to know our spouse, and have an amazing moment, undescribable moment. I think this is a good thing on a positive light. Yeah, that some part of the world they are going through lockdowns and has to quarantine and has to stay indoor and all of that. There's nothing wrong with that, really. So today I want to be answering a question, and I want everyone to join me on this discussion today. As many of you that will be able to join me on this discussion today, I want you to join me because it's a very tricky and interesting topic. Yes, it is tricky and also interesting because things have changed over the years, right? We are in 2020, so we're having we're having a lot of dynamism in relationship, dynamic approach in relationship, all of the time. So we're having to see questions like this one, like I'm about to share with you today, and I want to know what you think. Is it someone is asking, is it unattractive for a Christian woman to make the first move? You know what it means to make the first move? So the question is, who made the first move on in your relationship? Who made the first move in your relationship? Is it unattractive? What do you think? Here, someone is asking. I'm going to read a little bit of um, email to you. I'll just read a bit of our email to you so that you understand the angle that she is speaking from. Okay, but this is just the main question on the email, so I'm going to read that to you in a minute. So I want you guys to join me, and if you have a contribution to this, I would like to hear the ladies out on this particular topic. As many of you who would like to contribute, your comments will be accepted. Just put the comment on the comment section below. And those of you who want to join me on a live stream and talk about it, wonderful. I would like to hear you out on this particular topic. It is fascinating, exciting to know that there are people who are really concerned about things like this. All right, they want to know because it's like I'm there looking at this person, and it doesn't appear that he's looking at me or he's seeing me. I'm interested. Doesn't appear that he is interested. So can I say something? Can I be part of this drama? You see, can I be part of this drama? Well, that's what we're looking at today. Is it okay? Is it all right? Is it okay for a Christian woman to make the first move by asking a guy out? Here is a scenario. Okay, let's assume you are the one. You are in a Christian environment. Okay, you belong to a very wonderful, striving church. Okay, and then you are single, a lady, and you have almost, as in you are advancing now. You are above 28 years old and you are expecting to get married soon. And then there's this guy or the other guy in your church, in your fellowship, in your social community, a Christian also. And you think he's a good Christian. And then most of the time you have meetings together as a group. You think he would definitely want to make an attempt or speak to you. First month has gone by. You've been in that church for over, let's say, 6 to 5 years, or even less. Let's say 3 years. and no one of these guys, especially this particular guy that you like, has come to say, hey lady, can I have your number, or can I spend some time to talk to you? Do you have a minute? And none of this guy hasn't come, and you're thinking, when is he going to do it? Or is it that should I go ahead and do it? What do you think? Is it unattractive? How do you feel? If you're a lady watching this, I would like to know what you think, because I have my opinion. And guess what? I'm gonna be speaking as a man. All right. This is how I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, what I know and how I feel about it. So I also want the lady to tell me what they think. How do you feel about it when you're the one approaching this guy? I mean, you're asking. I'm talking about a Christian brother or sister now. You're Christians and you're single, and then you meet this man or woman, and I mean, this man is a woman now. You meet this man and you think, can I ask him out? Can I ask him for a relationship? Can I make the first move? All right, so that's what we're talking about today, guys. Is it okay? What do you think? You're watching now. I'd like you to leave your comment section. And also, let's look at this. I'm looking at the comment section now, so I believe we'll be able to see what you're saying, and then we'll go right into the discussion. I'm gonna read to you a little snippet of the message that she wrote. A little snippet, all right? But if you're a lady, would you make the first move to ask a guy out? I mean, a Christian guy. You are a Christian lady, and you get a church. You are always like the church girl. I know he's a church boy. And then you think this is the right moment, and you are over 28 years old or even 25. You're thinking, oh, is it right? Is it feeling right? Because there are a lot of women out there that are feeling this way. So this woman who spoke out like this is helping us to address what other people are saying as well, and to help other ladies. Shout out to you, Antonia. You're welcome all night. So everyone watching, let us know where you're watching from. And you know what? It's gonna be fun. So let's get to talk about this. I want to know, because I have my own opinion today. Like I said, I'm gonna be talking like a man. I'm gonna be speaking on the perspective of a view of a man. My opinion right now is going to be like, I'm a man. I'm talking like a man on this matter. So if you're a lady, you want to let us know how you feel, if it is okay, because I'm going to talk like a man. So don't be offended if I say things that you didn't like, because I'm looking at this from the perspective of a man. You see, I could say I have never. Is it wrong for a woman to get to meet a man and say, I want to go out with you? I want you to be my friend. I want to have a relationship with you. Is it unattractive? What do you guys think? I'm looking like this. I'm thinking, is it unattractive? Is it okay? Is it okay? Think. Is it something that you want to do as a lady? And this lady, this Christian lady, she's asking, is it unattractive for her to do it? Because she's, okay, I like to read the story in a minute. I just want more of you to come in here, and then I'll read it so that I don't have to go over reading it again and again. So, but here's the basics of this discussion. That's on the screen right now is the basis of this discussion. Is it unattractive? Hi, Rosemary. I'm glad to see you coming in here. Why shall I shy? Why what? Why shall I? Okay. So you would do it. That's what you're telling me. Okay. I'm waiting for more explanation on that. I would like you to expand on that, because I like to know what you guys think on this matter. Because I got this message and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. Are there things like this still going on? Do we still have things like this happening? Is it possible for a lady to feel unattractive for just asking a guy out? Could she be making a mistake? Could she be doing the wrong thing? Would it backfire? Would she regret the action? If a lady should ask the guy out, question, is it right? Is it okay? Is it acceptable? All right. And secondly, will she be regretting it in the future if she did? Will she regret it? Is there any sign that she will be happy she did, or she will regret it in the future? And your lady, what do you think? Have you had anyone who have done it? Did you, if you did it yourself, how is it like to you? We'd like to know on the comment section. And also, if you want to come live and share those thoughts with us, you wanted to talk to us. We want you to talk to us, really. All right. So here it is. Is it unattractive for a Christian woman to make the first move? And in your relationship that you're in, if you're married, if you're married now, this is a beautiful thing, because I was the one that made the move. All right. In my marriage, I have always made the move. I think so. I've always made the move. And I want to know why, if a lady does, why it is wrong and why she shouldn't and why she should. If you're there, just leave your comment. I would like to know what you think, because I have my opinion about this and I'm waiting to launch my opinion right now. I want to unleash myself on this. All right. So let's look at what she wrote. How about that? We look at what she wrote, and then from there we'll be able to, you get it? All right. We'll be able to dive into the subject in detail. Let's look at it, what she wrote. You ready for this, guys? And let's share this video. If you're watching us for the first time, you haven't subscribed on this channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't used the bell notification by clicking the bell notification to receive all of these videos we're doing, please do that, because you don't want to miss anything. All right, it's very important. And share the video to your friends and families on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on Facebook. Right now, if you're watching, you can help us do that. That would be so much support. I love that. So much support. Thank you. Now, yes, Antenna is already talking. Yes, see what she says. In my opinion, I think it is unattractive. Okay, all right. Though ladies do it, maybe it works for them. Maybe. We need to know who have done it and did it work. And if you're married, you did it. Did it work? You see, we need to know if you did it. Did it work? Is it working? All right, is it working? So let's go back to the message. The message you wrote. I want to show you the message right now. I want you to pay attention to this. I'm going to read it, and we'll look at it. Now, this is the message. I just try to put it up there. I am considering asking out a guy in my church who I'm fairly confident is interested. He's quite a guy. He's a quiet guy, and he has never had a girlfriend. That's what she said. She's saying that. How did you know that she has never had a girlfriend? It says our church dating pool isn't huge, and I feel like it would take a lot for him to actually be convinced that the interest is mutual. That's another strong point there. I wouldn't approach it in a forceful way. I will probably just tell him I like him as more than a friend. I like that. I like that trick. That's not a bad idea. So you probably tell him you like him more than a friend. All right. And leave the ball in his court. I like that idea. Okay. You say I'm feeling tingly now because I wish I'm the one being told that. Look at it. Now you say it is. I'm just kidding anyway. Is it a bad idea? Anyone's perspective is welcome, but especially with Christian men. So that's why I'm handling this now. So she's thinking, I need to hear from a Christian guy what they think about it. So I'm talking to you now. You're getting to hear it. Okay. So this is the content that she brought in. I'm considering asking out a guy in my church who I'm fairly confident is interested. He's a quiet guy and has never had a girlfriend. My question is for you, how did you know? Our church dating pool is not huge, and I feel like it would take a lot for him to actually be convinced that the interest is mutual. I wouldn't approach it in a forceful way. I would probably just tell him I like him as more than just a friend, and leave the ball in his court. Okay, what is the idea? Is it a bad idea? Any idea? All right, Rosemary Bassi, you got me there. So I'm gonna read what you just wrote, Rosemary. Rosemary said, I learned that I'm quite intimidating. So I got to know the person I'm dating for months. Read the verbal and non-verbal clues and ask him. He later confessed that he wasn't sure how I would take it. Okay. Now, I'm thinking, are you saying that you actually met a guy and did you I want to know, did you made an advance? Because I'm looking at this now. You say, I learned that I'm quite intimidating. You're quite intimidating. So I got to know the person. You got to know the person I'm dating for months. Read the verbal and non-verbal clues and ask him. He later confessed. That shows that this has happened. Okay. He later confessed that he wasn't sure how I would take it. Okay. Please, I needed to throw more light on that. It will be very interesting if I can get more detail on that. So here's my take on, I'm thinking now for ladies, I would just want you to follow me now. If you agree with what I said, wonderful. And if you disagree with what I'm going to say now, awesome. But I need to know, because this lady here wants to know. Okay, she said, I asked him, okay. And he screamed, yes. He had wanted to ask me for a while. Okay, did it work? How long did the relationship last? Are you still together? We need to know, did it work? We need to know if it worked. Okay, we need to know. Of course, for me, I don't think there's anything wrong for a lady to make the first move or to ask a guy she likes out. But you have to know, like she said, that guy needed a little bit of convincing. And that's another thing. Why would the guy need convincing? The guy need a little bit of convincing to understand that the relationship is going to be mutual. So in other words, I think the only best way it works for both parties is when the guy is also interested. When the guy has huge interest on it, but he was shy or unable to make the suitable environment to make the advances. I think so. But I'm gonna explain further. Then she says, okay, Rosemary says, we are still together and going strong. Oh, tell me what? Going stronger. You want to tell me more? Congratulations. I like that. So I think somebody should be listening to this, because by the time I'm through with my own perspective of this, I don't think some people would like to stay longer on this. I'm telling you. Okay, we have someone who have done it and is working. So to Rosemary is saying to this question, it is not unattractive at all. She says it works. It works. There's nothing wrong to make the first move, because I like it. Thank you for sharing this. Now she says, it took me a while to do that. I know. It's not easy for a woman to go and say, hey, guy, I like you. And I had to see the huge interest on his part. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. There are several ways he can show that. Okay, so if he's not showing interest at all, it's wrong. Is that what you're saying? That can backfire. All right, a shoot dog, right? That can backfire because he's not interested. Let me tell you guys something. I believe what you did was smart because you had a lot of intelligence in the process. You apply a lot of intelligence in the process. Let me go through what you just said again so that people reading later they'll be able to understand it. I'll just explain what you just said. I think I understood what you just said. First of all, you said I learned that I'm quite intimidating. So I got to know the person I'm dating for months. So first, you spend time to know the person that you want to get dating. You know, this guy you want to ask out, you needed to know him first. How did you, what were your observations? Was it a knowledge from a distance or a close range? How did you go through knowing him, all right, for months? And then you said you read the verbal and non-verbal clues. So there were signs. You were looking for clues as to when he was interested. And then you asked him. You asked him out on a date. And then you said he later confessed that he wasn't sure how you would take it when he was supposed to ask you, right? He wanted to ask you out on a date, but his fear was he wasn't sure how you would take it. So he was afraid that he was afraid of being rejected by you. Yeah, he was afraid of being rejected. And so you make the move. You saw that he was interested. He was dancing around you, but he never asked. Probably he was greeting you 3 times in 5 minutes. Hello, sister, you right? Hello, sister, you right? Whatever clue you got, but you know he was interested in you, all right? And then you asked him out, and he screamed. You said he screamed, yes, I want it. He had wanted to ask you out for a long time. He has been waiting to do it. But when you said, would you want us to be dating? Oh, I don't know how you said it, whatever word you use. Maybe you should give us a clue. That will help some ladies here to know what to say. You know what I'm talking about. You know, so I don't know what you said, but he said yes. Probably you share what you might give us a clue of what you said so that some ladies right here will be able to understand, okay, can I do this? All right. And then you said, right now, you guys are still together. So when did this happen? Would you want to let us know when this happened? How long have you guys been dating? And the date that you're going on strong. I love that. And you said again that it took you a while to do it. That means for you to have summoned the courage, the energy, to go and meet him and say, I want us to be, I don't know what you said. So whatever you said, it works. That's what you're saying, that it works. So now, that's what we're looking at. Okay. Now let me read your last statement. I asked him out on friendly dates, and he did the same. We would talk for hours on the phone. Oh, that's beautiful. That's friendly. Okay. So the method is, if you are she is sharing with us what she did. So her method is, you know what? I'm gonna ask him out on a friendly date. Can we have a dinner together? Can we go out on a drink? Do you want to have a coffee, or do you want to have a dinner with me tonight? Or can I have a dinner with you? Can we go on a lunch? Right? You started out on a friendly date, all right? And then you guys exchange numbers and began to talk and show interest, and then start talking and build a relationship from a friendship base up to intimacy. Awesome. What a medal. Now, understanding that this good evening, Civic Coach, sir. You're welcome to our channel today, everyone. You are welcome. You're welcome. But this is an interesting thing. We're looking at something here. Is it unattractive for a Christian woman to make the first move to ask a man out? Is it unattractive? What do you think? Is it a right thing? We already have a confirmed, validated evidence. A woman on the platform already confirmed that it is possible. There is nothing wrong with a woman to ask a man out. And she has proof. I like the way she approached it. Amazing. So this is another fair game. Okay, and the question is, who made the first move in your relationship? Because this lady wants to know. I just read her a letter to you, and she said she's had this guy in the church. All right, she had this guy in the church. Let us look at it again. It says, I'm considering asking out a guy in my church who I'm fairly confident is interested. He's a quiet guy and he had never had a girlfriend. That's what she said. I'm not sure that's true. How did you know? Then it says our church dating pool is not huge. So I feel like it will take a lot for him to actually be convinced. You see, this is the clause here. She said, I feel like it would take a lot for him to actually be convinced that the interest is mutual. I don't know why she said that. I think she has a feeling that that guy is not that interested the way she is. All right. And because she already said, I'm considering of asking the guy out in my church. I'm considering of asking the guy out. Now, looking at this, it says, I will approach it I will not approach it in a forceful way. I will probably just tell him I like him as more than a friend and leave the ball in his court. Now, this is the method she thinks she can use. So she's asking, is it a bad idea to say that? Now, I would say, why not implement what Rosemary just said? Because Rosemary did something that makes her relationship amazing now. She said, well, I observe a lot of clues. This guy likes me and I liked him, but he wasn't making the move. For a while, he has shown several clues that he likes me. I could tell that he was into me, but he couldn't come forward to say, can we go out on a date or anything? He was shy. Probably, according to her, he was afraid of being rejected. So he said he didn't think, or he didn't know how she would take it when he would come and say these things to her. So what? She made the move. So she said, I invited the guy for a friendly date. Maybe you should do that. Don't just tell him that you want him to be more than a friend. No, invite him for a date. Maybe you want to cook dinner. Invite him for dinner, or probably now there's lockdown everywhere. So you might do an online conversation, friendship. Start out with a phone call, probably. Start out like a friend. You be the one to go and give him your number and then say, can I have your number? Whatever method. But I don't think it's wrong. So what do you guys think? Is it wrong? Because this is 2020. All right. What do you let me look at the comment. Rosemary said, hey, Rosie Kitchen Mama, I give you Bozak there. Thank you for joining us. God bless you, man. Thank you. All right. Now, I said, why does she need to be okay? You're asking her a question. Why does she need to be convinced? Why does she need to convince him? He's probably considering different options. If there is a small dating pool in your church, yeah. And you said, why limit yourself to church? Okay, because she wants a Christian. Sister Rosemary, she wants a Christian brother, the one that she can prove that this one is really serious. At least I'm seeing him committed in church. That's a starting point. Is it not better? If she goes outside and go to club or go to whatever he goes, whatever she goes, do you think she's gonna get? I mean, some of the guys will just take advantage of her. Seriously. So it had to be within the church, because she's looking for a Christian brother, because she's a Christian. And I support that 100%. Because it's going to be hard. How are you going to get a Christian brother in the club or in the bar? or on the streets, it's going to be very difficult to know if someone, I mean, it's going to be very difficult. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think? It's going to be very difficult to know that this person is a Christian on the streets, except those who are just obviously carrying, showing, I mean, obviously doing these things, and I mean, shouting and screaming on the streets about all of that. That's fine. You can say, oh, that person is a Christian. I'll wait. If that's the method, I'm not sure that's going to work well. All right. So again, it's going to be in the church, in a social community, in a friendly social Bible study or a church frame. That's the only way it's going to work, because that's what she wanted. All right. Now, in my own opinion, I've always thought and I've always learned a very simple principle. It is, okay, let me read what you said again. She said, there are different churches. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, why that particular church? That's what you should have said. Why that particular church? There are different churches. She needs to get to know him first. Sometimes with even workers in the church, the more you look, the less you see. Okay. Dating tips here is on here. Guys, listen. Ladies, you're listening to this. I have a proof that it is possible not to feel unattractive and then ask the guy out. You get there's nothing wrong to talk to a lady, I mean to a guy that you think he's interested in you and is not making the move. That's the point, because I want to emphasize on that aspect. The guy is interested in you first. You know it. And you like the guy. And because if you look at the size of your church and you think, oh, our dating pool is not huge, like she said, then I think what you should do next is to make your move. Because he is, like Rosemary just said, he is probably considering another option now. Probably someone else might be the one to snap him away from you. And she says she can join Christian meetup groups. Well, that one, we have a lot of command in that one. Trust me. I will not advise any serious person should go online dating groups, whether they call them Christian Union or baptismal Christian dating. It doesn't matter the name. See, don't be deceived. We have a lot of weird people in those groups. Believe me. So going there, you might get hot. All right. You might get hot. You might try if that works for you. But it says that way she can expand her social network with other Christians. Okay, fine. Join. But I believe the reason I will not tell people to go and join any Christian online dating groups, because online dating Christian groups, well, you said meetups. That's also good. Meetups could be like you join the group, later you go to that place and see them meeting up. I mean, you have to be, there must be a physical contact to know the group of people you are joining. So if they're having a certain meetings, all right, every week and a particular time, especially in this period of COVID-19, those things are not really possible now, all right, except you're living in Africa, in some part in Africa where these measures are not in place like that. That's fair. I still understand that a lot of huge part of Africa are still coordinating large number of assemblies. Churches are still meeting in huge numbers, so that could be fine if you want to do that. If you're living in that area, that'd be nice. They are not dating groups. Okay, it is just a social network that organizes different social activities. Okay, that means the social activities, but they are Christian social activities, and then they meet in specific locations, right? And then get to meet, because that's very important. They have to meet. Maybe virtual activities this period. Okay, all right, that could be a try. That could be a try. Please do try that, but be careful, please. Be very careful, because there are wolves amongst there are wolves there. There are a lot of wolves there. A lot of wolves. But put on your cap. Put on your investigating cap. Put on your critical thinking cap. It's very important, because you need to use your head. Not only don't just depend on your emotions. Use your head. Think before you act on it. And there are things you should look out for. Like Rosemary said, there were clues. She had to look for clues. Question: what are your clues? What clues do you have? What clues do you have? What are your, what are the things you're looking for? What do you want? What do you want? That's very important. And then don't just go crazy about asking different men out. That will give you a red flag. In fact, to guys, that is a red flag to some guys. All right. Now, here's what I think. First of all, in my understanding, it is the man, according to the scriptures, it is the man that's supposed to make the move. He that findeth a wife. He didn't say he that findeth a husband. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. A good wife, an understanding wife, is from the Lord. Okay, that's very important. And all through the scriptures, it is men that go ahead to look for a woman. A woman is not always on the journey to go and look for a man. That is the model given to us. If you are a Christian, that's the model. That's the root. Okay. Now you may say, well, God brought Eve to Adam. Okay. I want you to know Eve was not brought to Adam just like that. It was his desire. God noticed that he was not good. He wasn't good to be alone. He needed a completer, a companion. All right. Now she says here, let me read what Rosemary said. The bottom line, if this guy is not showing any interest, she should treat carefully. Tread carefully, sorry. She should tread carefully. Christians breaks hearts too. Of course. Many. In fact, many. Christians breaks hearts too. That is a fact. I agree with you, sis. That is a fact. That's what I'm saying. So don't just go around and just start throwing towers of interest on many men out there because it is something that is nice. Nope. You can't just go out there and be throwing interest on them. Nope. So what you need to do is to watch for clues. Why should I do this? Question is, for me, like I said, I don't think it's right. Feelings. The feeling is not always right with ladies when they go out to approach a man. That's why they don't do it. That's why, check out the statistics in history till now. Very minimal people. In fact, this thing started waving into the system, into the society, barely 5-10 years ago. Maybe not even up to 10 years ago. It started waving in huge attention. People started talking about it. People started asking questions. What is wrong for? Now we see ladies proposing to guys. I mean, I've watched several videos. I hold my head. I say, oh my God, what is going on to our society? The guy will just stand there and the ladies is on her knees and then he gives in the ring and the guy like, oh my God, what is going on? I'm thinking, what is happening to our society? Maybe it's me that is going crazy about this. Maybe it's me that is thinking this wrong, but I'm not sure. Is it how it's supposed to be? Guys, you talk to me. Guys here, please talk to me. Share this video, guys. Let's see. Because we need to give accurate information to those who will be watching this. But I'm thinking, as far as I'm concerned, if the guy is showing interest to you, and you notice, and the guy is not making the move to say, I want to go out with you or ask you out, especially when you're due, and you know that, if you like the guy, there's nothing wrong to say, Can I? You see, I wouldn't say you should ask him out. Listen, this is my honest advice to you. I wouldn't say you should ask him out, but help him. Help him to ask you out. Do you know what I mean? Help him to ask you out. Create the environment. I'm not talking about intimately. No. Set up, let the setup be real in such a way that he will be able to say it and do it and act it. And don't make it difficult for him either. Because if you make it difficult for him, he might regret trying it. You see, some ladies will not start playing hide and what do you call it? Hard to get. They're playing hard to get. You don't agree with the proposal part though, but okay, that's the thing. The society have taken it beyond. They are not proposing. I mean, just go on YouTube or go anywhere, go on Google, just type lady proposing to guys. A lot of videos, I mean, go on Instagram and all of that. There's a lot of guys, I mean, a lot of ladies are just going nuts on these things. I was watching recently, about 3 days ago, and that's why I have to talk about this. I was watching about 3 days ago, a young girl, she's probably now 21, 22, maybe. At the airport, the boyfriend was coming down from a trip and landing from the airport. The girl proposed to the guy at the airport. Oh my God, I was like, my goodness, the society. Oh God, what is going on in our society? Oh my goodness. Even me, I was ashamed. I could imagine how the guy was feeling. For me, I was really like, I was ashamed. I couldn't even watch the end. I just got up. I said, man, what is this? What is this? And I don't think there's anything wrong. But you see, I'm a man. I'm feeling that is not supposed to be. How will the guy treat this in the future? I'm thinking. Except there's a mutual balance. And I think the girl was pretty too young. She wasn't up to 28 or even 20, maybe 26. I'm not sure. But looking at her, what's the rush? Why are you in such a hurry? What's troubling you? What's troubling you? Why do you want it quickly? Why? Now, there's so much advantage when it's the guy that chases the woman. And that's why God said it is the man that will do it. It is the man that chases the woman. For this cause, a man shall leave his father and mother and be cleaved. It's a journey. You got to separate yourself and then pursue something that you can join yourself with. Someone you can join yourself with. It's a search. He that findeth. The word find means to search, to seek, to look for. You see, men are meant to look for wives because it is a man's decision. You see, family, the birthing of family start from the man. See, it is the man that starts a family. It is the man that originates family. He is the source, the foundation to which a family is built is the man himself. So if the man is not family oriented, family committed, family minded, if he is not family mentally ready, by his commitment to pursue a woman that he wants, there may be a comma later. I'm telling the truth. There may be a comma later. I'm not surprised. Many women have used several gimmicks to do it. Some women get pregnant for a guy when they are dating. to get the man to get involved. That's wrong. So women go as far as doing some other things, buying cars or buying things for the guy, so that the guy will eventually say, oh, I want to marry you. It is wrong. All of those manipulations, they are wrong. You must understand that the guy must be a family-oriented man and mentally ready, spiritually ready, and emotionally ready to be able to handle family development or family building. It is so important. This is my take. So I know the society is breeding these things. I know the society is breeding these things, but the truth is, many people are getting it wrong. It's called, I like the way I shared with you guys recently, 10 Bible verses that changed my marriage. And one of them was Romans chapter 12, verse 2. It says, don't act and behave like the world do. You see, a Christian marriage is different from non-Christian marriage. You need to understand there's a big difference. And the principles and the procedures that they take is different. So that is a thinking that we must keep. It's a mindset that we must adapt to. So don't say because everyone is doing it and you should go and try it. There are those that it will work for. There are those that it will not work for, because it is not certain. There is no certain principle from God's perspective that should be done. It wasn't Mary that approached Joseph to be a wife to. It was Joseph that proposed to be married. He wanted to marry Mary. That was the idea. And God agreed to that. So there are many people who got married by the man making the move. So the man is supposed to always be the one to make the move. Like I said, if he's not making the move, help him. I do not say make the move. I said help him. If he's friendly to you, be friendly to him. And wait for the moment that he's going to say, would you want to go out with me and be my friend? Then understand exactly what he's saying. He doesn't have to say, would you want to marry me? Or can I marry you? All those big language. No. If he asks you out at all to be a friend with you, then he has asked. And then you just need to understand what he meant. And you ask, let me try and understand what you're asking. Are you saying that you want to go into a serious commitment with me? Then he will not say yes. By so doing, you are not the one asking him out. You are just being clarified. You are just asking a clarification, asking for clarification. So he will not be the one to now say, yes, that's what I meant. At the end of the day, he has ended up asking you out. I will never think it is a good counseling for a man, for a lady, then to be told to go and ask the guy out. No, I don't think it's a good counseling. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think so. That's why it's very few people that are practicing it, because most ladies, they can't even stand it. You go and watch some videos that some ladies have done the interview to try and do it. They say, go and ask a guy out. They feel ashamed. They feel like, just like a guy, if a man will feel rejected, feel ashamed or shy to come to a woman to say hello, and then a woman is looking for that guy who is confident, the same way, a man will like, if a woman is going to meet a man to ask the woman out, she will like, what's this? I can't even do it. So in reality, there must be a mutual interest. That's number one. Number two, ensure that he is the one interested more than you. And though you are interested, but let his interest be higher than yours. In the scale of preference, you need to know. And then help him do it. Don't do it for him. Help him do it. Help him set the environment right so he could do it right. What do you guys think? I think that's my opinion about this, because thank you, Rosemary, for all of these amazing comments you bring up here. I appreciate you. Look at that strategy. What do you guys think? So that's what I think should be done. That's what I think should be done. What do you think, guys? Because right now, leave your comment. I'd like you to leave your comment on the comment section, and see. Let's see. I mean, to me, that's what should be done. That's what should be done. That's what should be done. So, is it unattractive for a Christian woman to make the first move? Is he unattractive? Is he unattractive? The answer is yes, and the answer is no. Yes, if the man is not showing interest at all. And secondly, for the fact that it is a man that is supposed to make the first move, to actually advance and chase after a woman. To chase means to go after, pursue, find, search for the woman that he wants in his life. It is the man that marries a woman. I know there are other organizations that a woman marries a man. I understand that. But when it comes to Christian marriage, there's a big difference. In Christian marriage, God said it is the woman, the man that will chase after the woman and get the woman. It is the man that findeth a woman in the Christian marriage. Abraham, we find that when he wanted to look for a wife for his son Isaac, you see, he had to go search for. The same thing for Isaac's sons. Jacob, when Jacob wanted to get married, they have to go search for a woman. Actually, the woman that they wanted to, go search for, they have to send him away. It was Laban, the daughters of Laban, that he eventually married. And it was the one he loved. Look at the situation. The scenario was there was the one that he didn't love. What happened? It backfires. He never loved that one, but the Laban forced the woman on him. The one he really loved was, now later, you know the story. He spent several years to work hard to get that in. So you understand the procedure here. So in reality, men are to chase the woman, look for the woman they want to marry. So if a man is not looking for you, make them look for you. That means become attractive. Become attractive. That's another side to it. If you're finding that the man is not attractive to you, or they are not asking you out, even though you are showing interest, but they are not asking you out, so help them do it. Become attractive. Become an attractive woman. I'm not talking about outside beauty alone. I'm talking about your character can be so attractive. Your behavior can be so attractive. Your kindness, you see, can be so attractive. There are things that men wants to see in a woman. I've done a video on that. Things men wants in a woman. I've done videos on that. I've done videos, things women wants in a man. Go and watch those videos, and you know what to do. All right. Okay. Do I see how people here? Are you guys still there? Thank you for watching and being part of what we're sharing. I really appreciate you guys. You know what? I'm going to round it up right now. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. And I also want you to join our special group on the channel. Become a member of our channel. And there's a join button right there. Click on it to give you detailed information about our channel, what we'll be doing, especially for the members. You that I remember, you have something to gain. So thank you guys for being here. There's so much to share with you, but time will not permit me to continue today. I'm going to be coming again tomorrow to share more with you unfailingly. Get ready, and it's going to be fun. Meanwhile, for those of you on lockdown, thank you, Rosemary. Rosemary said, I'm not disputing your perspective. Yeah, I understand. I'm just blending the whole thing up. I agree with you so well. Oh, she said, so for Isaac, a woman was married for him. No, what I'm saying is Isaac went. Isaac's father had to go search. Do you know what I mean? Isaac's father had to go search for the woman. The woman didn't come by herself. The woman didn't come to Isaac or come to Abraham's father. I mean, Isaac's father, Abraham, to say, "I want to marry your husband, your son." I'm trying to say that the man, the Abraham went afar ascending, knowing the kind of woman that would fit the husband. We are not talking about arranged marriage here. This is not an issue of arranged marriage. That Abraham experience and Isaac is called arranged marriage. It is the father that actually arranged the marriage for him. He went to pick the right woman. And that is this practice today. I'm not talking about arranged marriage. We're talking about a woman making the move to go and see. So I'm trying to say that in the scriptures, that is not there. It's not found there at all. It's not found there at all. There was no room where a woman was making the move to marry a man. So in reality, in Isaac's case, it was his father who arranged his marriage. That was an arranged marriage. He had to go get the woman, send his servant to go to he knew exactly where the woman would be. Say, go there and tell them find a wife. And there were criteria for him to follow to be able to know that this one will be a wife material. Okay. And that criteria was what the servant of Abraham did follow, and then eventually he found Rebecca. That is how Rebecca came and become the wife of Rosemary. So in reality, Isaac's experience was a planned, what do you call it? It's an arranged marriage, okay? An arranged marriage. All right. So that's what it's like. And it's never a great idea to marry a woman for a man. Yeah, it's never a great idea to marry. Well, you know what? It does happen, isn't it? We have parents marrying women for their sons. And then we have parents also choosing a man for their daughters. It's been happening. So, but is that a Christian way of marrying? No. That's what I'm trying to say. There are different marriages that takes place. So we don't have to copy what other people are doing to get united. The question is, what is the biblical principle that align with your faith? If you're a Muslim, how do they do it in Islamic rules about marriage? How does it work? What are your way of doing it? If you are not a Christian at all, then what are your traditional birthrights on marriage? How do you go about marrying traditionally in your local dialect, in your, But if you're a Christian, you got to follow the Bible way. You got to follow the Bible way. And the Bible way is the man that goes search for the woman. He that find it. God expects the man to go find. He's not the one to bring the woman to you. All of those gimmick and many prophecy and all of those teaching that, oh, God is bringing your wife to you. God is not in the business of bringing wife to people. I don't understand this. There's so many things God wants to do, not in the business of bringing wife to you. You go and find your wife. And ladies, be a marriageable woman. If you are a ready, marriageable woman, a man is looking for you straight and is coming. You just have to be a marriageable person. I'm not talking about going out. You are a lady, all right? You are a woman, all right? But there is a marriageable woman. You need to understand that there are attractiveness that men are looking for that tells them this one, if this one be in my life, I'll be okay. That's what the key is. Did you know what Adam said? He said, this is the flesh of my flesh, the bone of my bone. Whoa, she is woman. He was excited. He discovered something. That man in coming to your life must discover something in you. He must find that you are the bone of his bone, the flesh of his flesh. If he doesn't find that clue, That his personal revelation about you as his wife. Make no mistakes about it. Let me read. Okay, but I like the way you intellectually coming in here. He said the scripture say he that finds a wife doesn't stipulate how the finding is supposed to take place. Okay, I understand it, but he left us a clue. How did people find wives in the Bible? That's the clue. He said, I think we just fill in the blank based on our cultural perspective. No. See, the cultural perspective, if we follow cultural perspective today, it will be a mess. Our parents want to marry for us. What I found in the cultural perspective that I grew up to find is that parents are the one choosing wives and husbands for their children. That's what I don't know what background culture you came from, but cultural perspective, if we were to follow that, you don't even have a say. Before you get, that's why they still practice it in most parts of the north in Africa, especially West Africa, especially Nigeria to speak of. In mostly part of the north, is practice. Before a child is 10 years old, they have already betrothed a husband. And it's still practiced today. You agree, culture of the Middle East. And yes, they still do it today. So when you talk about a cultural influence, then that's what you should be getting. So in reality, we're not looking at the influence of the culture. We're not talking about based on cultural perspective now. No, this is biblical terms. If we were to follow cultural perspective, you just agreed now they did it in the East. Yeah, and they're still doing it in the North. In the northern parts of Africa, especially Nigeria, is being practiced. A 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old is betrothed to a man. Those were cultures of the Middle East, Israel, etc. Okay, now they do it, they betroth. You see, that's what I'm saying. But the Bible way, you see, not that all Israel are practicing the Bible. Make no mistake, just because God chose Israel doesn't mean they were practicing the Bible. Not all of the Israelites are practicing the Bible. But in reality, the Bible way is this. A man must find a woman that he loves. He had to find it. That means there are things you want a woman to be. Okay. In Proverbs chapter 31, verse 1, you read, it says, who can find a capable wife? Who can find a capable wife? It didn't say, who is she that can find a capable husband? No. Who is he? A man, a male. And who is he that can find a capable wife? Who is he that can find a capable wife? That is always the order. So you guys understand that this thing is serious. Except, like I said, there's nothing wrong to go and approach a guy. I'm not saying anything is wrong with it, but the mutuality must be there. The guy must be interested. If the guy is not interested, I don't think you should make the move yet. If the guy is not deeply interested in the relationship, like I said, making the move is not even, I don't want to suggest that. The word make the move. I mean, I'm answering this lady's question. Don't make the move. Just help him make the move. There's a big difference. Help him make the move. Don't make the move. Don't tell him that you want to go out with him. You want to go out on a date. Don't tell him that. Just help him to say it. Now, I know some of you might be getting upset, but in reality, this is what I think, on my opinion. All right. And I agree. If you think, well, ladies should go out there, try it and see what works, because we're in 2020. This is 2020. This is a new era. Maybe the emotional attachment of men have changed. Things have changed about men. Who knows? We are dynamic unique beings. So men are human beings are dynamic. We are unique. Things can change. It can twist, you know. So, but in reality, if you want to have a sustainable, happy marriage life, you need to look at the man himself, how ready he is. If the man is not ready and you're forcing yourself into him, that would be wrong. So just because you're interested in a man doesn't mean you go and make first move. If the man is interested, according to what Rosemary said, Rosemary already suggested how she went about hers, that the guy was so interested, the guy was fully involved. So when it shows that the guy was fully involved, then she went on to assist by asking for a date, a friendly date. And that just shoots the whole thing up, you see. And because she already knew that the guy was interested, and she also was interested in the guy, so the mutuality was there. These are adults. It was easy for them to know what they wanted. So if that is the situation, go ahead. But if that is not the situation, then it's unattractive to do it. It is attractive when both parties are mutually interested in each other. It becomes unattractive when the only one party is the one interested. Especially you are the one interested as a lady, and the guy doesn't care. You see. And again, to some guys, I think they like it. There are some men who will just love you for just approaching them. And it could turn out amazing. Believe me, it could turn out amazing. So that's the bone of contention today. And I thank every one of you for your debates, for your contributions. And Rosemary, amazing. I mean, you got me talking. Thank you. That was awesome. Awesome. Been a while we read such contribution from you. Thank you so much. And your strategy, I have communicated it, so I believe many ladies are going to apply that strategy, and then also it works for them as well. But there is nothing wrong. That doesn't mean that if a woman approach a guy, God cannot bless the marriage. It doesn't mean, I'm not saying that. So what I'm saying is ensure that the guy is involved. The guy is supposed to be committed, fully involved. He should show a greater sign to getting involved with you. Let's say he's shy to say something, then help him say it. In other words, create the environment so that he'll be able to say it. So if you used to give him distances, get closer to him and talk to him, and also give him the opportunity to say what he wants to say. Sometimes we just need to know that some men are very, very shy. So they want to say something. We need to help them say it. We need just to encourage them to say those things that they want to say. It's very important. All right, I'm just looking at the comment section. That's why you see me looking away from the camera most of the time. So I'm trying to use the comments that people are using, putting on the screen here, and reply everyone. Thank you guys for all of the support and comments. I believe you guys got the gist, and this lady also have an idea now. So those of you watching this video, just take out and ensure you follow the principle we have shared so far on this video, and then be able to implement them wisely so that you don't get burnt. Okay, you don't want to get burnt. Like she said, Rosemary said, Christians also break hearts. Yeah, some Christians do break hearts. How sad. All right, guys, I'm gonna check out now. See you again in our next episode, and watch out for that. I believe it's gonna be fun, and we are gonna have an amazing time. Until then, have a beautiful Merry Christmas and evening.